Governor DeYoung sent the 30th legislature clarifications on the Fourth Amendment Hovensa agreement with the hopes that the Senate would take action October 23rd. That vote was postponed, and senators requested that those changes be worded into the actual agreement. The Attorney General said the clarifications sent are enforceable under the law. News 2's Erica Parsons has more.
The agreement to govern the sales process of St. Croix oil refinery has been up and down, and now the Attorney General is weighing in. The Fourth Amendment agreement was first rejected by senators on August 7th, forcing Governor DeYoung back to the negotiating table with Hovensa's owners Hess Oil Virgin Islands Corporation and Petróleos de Venezuela. On October 1st, the Senate adopted a resolution for a revised agreement that addressed their concerns. After months of talks with senators and Hovensa's owners, the governor finally resubmitted to lawmakers the agreement with the clarifications they requested, but they want more. The clarifications were sent to the legislature on October 17th, and Governor DeYoung hoped senators would consider the revised agreement when the full body met on the 23rd. Instead, the vote has been postponed until November 4th. Hovensa was improperly placed on the Senate's agenda, which was the reason it was delayed, but senators still had issues with the clarifications that were not wrapped into the agreement, and last Wednesday, Senate President Malone called for those changes to be inserted.
It is, in fact, part of the original agreement. So the senators, in fact, do have the original agreement and clarifications to the agreement, which can be binding under Virgin Islands law.
Attorney General Vincent Fraser agreed in a 3-page opinion released Saturday from Government House, saying, "Upon due consideration of applicable principles of contract law, I conclude that the terms of the clarification letter are enforceable against Hovensa, Hovic, and PDVSA VI in any future interpretation or enforcement of the Fourth Agreement if the measure is adopted by the legislature." The letter of clarification was signed by all three owners on October 16th. Governor DeYoung said based on the AG's opinion, the clarification letter is a valid and binding document, and those signatures obligate Hovensa's owners. Erica Parsons, News 2.
Senators also delayed consideration of the revised Hovensa agreement so they could better analyze the document and offer public hearings on the matter. Criminal Investigation Bureau detectives have arrested 30-year-old Kalaji Banwari and charged him with the aggravated second-degree rape of a 14-year-old minor. According to the initial police report, the victim said Banwari took her against her will from the Sunny Isles Shopping Center by forcing her into his truck. On October 18th, he drove the minor to a nearby residence and forced her to have sexual relations with him. After the act, Banwari took the minor back to the shopping center, according to officials.
After the act, Banwari took the minor back to the shopping center. Police arrested Banwari at about 9:30 p.m. on October 25th following an intensive investigation. His bail was set at $75,000 and he was remanded to the Golden Grove Adult Correctional Facility pending further court action.
Police detained 4 males on Friday wearing self-described bank robber costumes, carrying 2 replica guns and 1 real one. Officers attempted to stop a white Ford Taurus in the vicinity of Estate Richmond around 8:30 p.m. to allow pedestrians to cross the road. The driver continued to proceed along the road, so officers eventually stopped the vehicle and noticed a black handgun on the floor of the vehicle. The passengers were ordered out of the vehicle, and a second firearm, which was an AK-47 rifle replica, was found in the vehicle. Police patted down the passengers for safety and discovered a genuine Smith & Wesson .38 tucked into the waist of 21-year-old Elijah Smith of Estate La Grande Princess. Smith also had several live rounds of ammunition. The replicas and the genuine weapons were confiscated, and Smith was arrested and charged with possession of an unlicensed firearm. The University of the Virgin Islands St. Croix campus unveiled their new campus edition this weekend. The new built state-of-the-art research and technology park was revealed and opened to the UVI community and general public for the very first time. News 2's Shanika Robinson has the details of what's inside this new facility.
Excitement filled the air as the new UVI Research and Technology Park headquarters on the Albert A. Sheen campus on St. Croix was unveiled this weekend to members of the UVI community and the general public.
This is a new day for the campus of St. Croix because we will now be able to offer courses in the science area that we couldn't before, and it moves us closer to the day that we can offer science majors or science degrees here on St. Croix.
The Research and Technology Park is equipped with state-of-the-art laboratories, offices, and meets every safety requirement necessary. The university's faculty and staff are beyond excited about this new facility and can't wait to welcome their students first thing Monday morning.
We'll be able to do science in the 21st century. It's modern facilities with a very spacious area. Allows us to meet all the safety guidelines that we need, more room for the students to work, for them to do projects, and faculty to do research as well as students.
Putting together a project of this magnitude required a team of individuals who shared the same vision and worked diligently to see it through.
The most challenging aspect of the project was actually trying to design the space to meet all of the needs of the campus. We needed to eliminate double occupancy on campus.
The professors are confident that this Research and Technology Park will live up to its expectations and was worth the wait.
I've worked in national labs like at the Smithsonian, and it's the kind of lab it's the kind of lab that you would find there. It has all of the necessary equipment, the space.
Shaniqua Robinson, News 2.
And the university welcomed its students this morning into the new facility, and they're looking forward to conducting lots of research throughout the remainder of the semester. Well, over the weekend as well, the Virgin Islands Department of Agriculture teamed up with several government agencies to plan the revitalization of the Christian Hendricks Market in Christiansted St. Croix. The revitalization effort was celebrated with a series of market events, which began over the weekend and will continue every Saturday thereafter. Persons interested in selling local produce and other agricultural commodities, you're asked to call Ms. Audrey Brown at 778-0998, extension 228, to reserve a space, and fees will be waived for the first 6 months. Well, last week, the Department of Human Services presented the second phase of the Medicaid expansion. In the first phase, the Medicaid income cap was raised by $1,000 to make more families eligible for Medicaid. What does the second phase of the expansion hold for Virgin Islands residents? News2's April Knight has more.
Medicaid expansion in the territory continues to roll out in phases and shows both challenges and potential. In August 2013, the Department of Human Services rolled out the first phase of Medicaid expansion, raising the income cap for each family size by $1,000. Last week, Human Services presented the second phase, expected to roll out in early January 2014.
We plan to add children, pregnant women, the parents of the children that be added, senior citizens, and adults with disabilities. We're also in this expansion adding former foster children between 18 and 26 years of age.
But Human Services needs to accomplish all this with a limited budget. Now it needs to decide which option to choose for Phase 2.
We are looking at models that would either be an expansion of $4,000 or $5,000 per member higher than what we had originally started, or at tie-in or expansion to a percentage of the federal poverty level.
Human Services aims to use federal funds to make sure as many Virgin Islanders are eligible for Medicaid, and use savings from the general fund to find options for those who are not Medicaid eligible.
The best thing that people will be able to do is that we realize that they would qualify under that they'll make an appointment and come in and get the work done. So we can just, sign up people as quick as possible so we can start reaping the benefits as a territory.
This whole business of Medicaid expansion is somewhat challenging, but Human Services officials say that they are intent on making sure that as many Virgin Islanders as possible benefit from this option that we picked over health insurance exchanges. April Knight for News 2.
And the Department of Human Services continues to urge those who were affected by the first phase to contact them and process an application for eligibility. Another day, another ally angered over the latest disclosures about U.S. surveillance. Monday, Spain joined the list of European nations frustrated with the extent of U.S. spying. European diplomats are in Washington voicing their objections and demanding their privacy be better respected. Danielle Nottingham reports from Washington.
A delegation of European diplomats arrived on Capitol Hill hoping to limit U.S. spying on their leaders.
I think we have to make a clear distinction between fighting together terrorism but not spying on friends.
Former National Security Agency contractor Edward Snowden leaked documents revealing the U.S. tapped German Chancellor Angela Merkel's cell phone and eavesdropped on more than 60 million private conversations in Spain in just 1 month. President Obama steered clear of the controversy as he helped swear in his new FBI director. But the White House is saying U.S. intelligence gathering is under review.
The president clearly feels strongly about making sure that we are not just collecting information because we can, but because we should.
Besides being embarrassing, spying on allies could have economic consequences as Washington works to negotiate a major trade deal with the European Union. Former State Department analyst James Lewis says the U.S. won't stop the program because in a post-9/11 world, the information is too valuable.
This makes us safer. Less surveillance means more successful attacks.
The White House hopes to complete its surveillance review by the end of the year. Danielle Nottingham, CBS News, Washington.
And keeping our eye on the economy, Japanese automakers top Consumer Reports' latest reliability survey. Lexus was rated #1, followed by Toyota and Acura. Audi, Volvo, and GMC cracked the top 10. Consumer Reports surveyed over 1 million of its subscribers for the ratings. This is the New York Stock Exchange with Scotiabank Stock Market Watch. The Dow and Nasdaq down. Dow down 1, Nasdaq 3, S&P up 2. Coming up on News 2, many joined forces to support and lend a hand. And it led to a McHappy Day at McDonald's. Plus, pink shirts, pink shoes, pink hats, and fire trucks decorated in pink. Why pink? Well, it's in recognition of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Highlights coming up next. This Sunday, more than 300 Virgin Islanders came out to march for the first and very successful Making Stride Against Breast Cancer event in the territory. Veterans Drive was lined in pink as cancer survivors, supporters, majorettes, bands, and even a carnival troupe showed support for the cause of raising funds and awareness about all forms of cancer, especially breast cancer, among women and men. The parade ended at Emancipation Garden with the American Cancer Society. The organizers of Making Strides drew attention to the stars of the event, the cancer survivors. They also expressed appreciation to cancer survivor Raynette Cameron, who also served as a strong advocate and poster girl for the event.
You gave all the survivors a free hat, and that's so important, giving back. So she gives and she receives so much love from everybody, and I still think she's the sexiest breast cancer survivor I know.
Meanwhile, if you didn't notice, Government House has been lit in pink for many nights this month. Additionally, staff members wore varied shades of pink at the governor's offices on St. Thomas, St. Croix, and St. John on Friday. Their message? Whether affected by the disease directly or anxious about the future health of our families or reminded of loved ones we have lost, the fight against breast cancer is relevant to everyone, and we can each play an important role in tackling this challenge. The territory's McDonald's restaurants are asking for a hand. In fact, as many hands as they can get as they look to launch McHappy Day 2013 on November 15th. The global initiative raises millions of dollars, and this year the St. Thomas proceeds will benefit My Brother's Workshop, and the St. Croix proceeds will benefit Lutheran Social Services of the VI.
At McDonald's, McHappy Day is our global fundraiser, an important way to call attention to the needs of children around the world.
I want to thank McDonald's, I want to thank the governor, and I want to thank everyone who has supported us over the years, and we are delighted today to be part of McHappy Day.
This year, what we would like from the community is for everyone to come out and be a part. You can either come to the stores and purchase a hand for $1. You can purchase Big Mac vouchers worth $3, or we can have schools or local talents come out and take part in the stores during the day to help us keep the crew and customers motivated.
Well, Banco Popular is celebrating making a difference. Stay with the theme Bankers on a Mission, one plate at a time. They are making a difference in the community, feeding the less fortunate. Now, events were held on both St. Croix and St. Thomas on Saturday. On St. Croix, it was at the Christian Shan Hendricks Market in Christiansted and the Ann Heiliger Vegetable Market in Frederiksted, while St. Thomas's was held at the Fort Christian parking lot.
We have over 160 community service projects going on throughout all the region and communities that Banco Popular has a presence. Here in St. Croix and St. Thomas, our team is making a difference one plate at a time by feeding those less fortunate in our community hot lunch, dessert, and giving toiletries. And we also had support from our customers. Particularly want to give thanks and recognition to Plaza Extra and One Love Gas Station for their support of this venture. And this is a Banco Popular employee club driven event. The employees put forth the donations, their time and effort to make this activity successful.
It was indeed successful. Be sure to stick around. Your News 2 AccuWeather forecast is coming up next.